Leave it there for right now.
Okay. One for Harvey and then one for Drew.
Oh, okay. Well, Harvey's got his other thing on. Okay, we'll need to, sure. Okay.
Gary.
The first auction item is going to be right behind where you're standing.
That went into 3
That's
bubbles.
Amitayus. Hello.
Okay, ooh, look at these bubbles.
You're just supposed to get a camera on it, ideally.
How are we going to get a camera anyways? Our camera's up here. No, we need somebody as the model. That goes around the ring.
Carolyn was going to be our Vanna White. Where is Carolyn? Okay. Vanna. All right, the first thing we're going to do is say hello. Is everybody inside? Are you going to say something, Annie?
I don't know what to say. Y'all come on down.
Everybody's in?
Maybe
Okay.
pull some chairs forward. You guys seem so far away.
So,
You know, I had a last minute wonderment, Harvey. Oh, I don't think you should do the Dzogchen first.
do what?
You're going to do the Dzogchen first?
Do what?
You're going to do the Dzogchen first?
No? Amitayus.
Oh, wonderful. It occurred
It's next to
me
last.
If a lot of energy goes on that, that could turn into the broadcaster thing.
No. Annie, I've got it. Is everybody here? Okay. So welcome to our 35th annual fundraising auction for Dawn Mountain.
Even though Dawn Mountain is only 21
we would
years
love
old.
to see everybody who's on Zoom. We would love to see your faces. Hello.
It just feels like that.
We would love to see your faces if possible.
You know, it's such an expression of support. Oh, you 3 guys are together. Jennifer's with John and Kate. Oh, that's so sweet. Hi. You know, there's nothing more supportive than people coming together. So here we are together. And
If you're actually
that's
on,
really sweet.
thank you, Patricia, for responding. And Renee and Jim and Thomas and Charlie and Alindrith, if you're there. Who is Dharma Tech? Do we know who that is? The other room.
Oh, that's
okay.
right. It's the
And
other
Jim
room.
Bowl.
Nyaganyo.
So this is, we are not selling anything. We are fundraising.
We are benefiting.
And in acknowledgement of your generosity, some of you will end up with some amazingly beautiful reproductions. I understand that I'm supposed to say these are reproductions. There is not an original piece of art here, period. I'm sorry. The statues are original.
The incense is original.
This is all what's
Robert
coming
is
out of Chengdu.
demonstrating how original they are.
The incense is original. And these have all been blessed by Rinpoche. But we're going to start with a wonderful summary of where we've come from and where we're going.
And what benefiting can accomplish.
By Karen
Under the-
Kolodjetsky.
Who is the head of our co-head with Joanne of the famous C3, which has so far got us into, well, not into, but got us to have our own home for the first time. A big deal.
Yeah. Can you all hear? All right. So let's see. Gary is going to post my presentation. We have a PowerPoint. We're upscaling this year.
That is
Last
a
year was
perfection
just
of wisdom.
notes.
It's a lovely segue into our PowerPoint. And that is Ekadzati, who is especially wonderful segue into our PowerPoint. I prayed to you last night, Ekadzati, please help me, help us all. It's called PowerPoint, Gary. It's called PP. There we go.
Okay, so update.
Not yet. You better give me a second.
Okay, yeah, you got to do full screen. Yeah.
Full screen, man, full screen. Wunderbar.
Okay, thank you. All right, so how many people were here last year at this retreat for the capital campaign discussion? All right, many people were here last year. So you met the committee members last year, but just in case you have forgotten their faces already, please stand up, every member that is here today. Carolyn. Joanne, Teresa. Woo! And Jeannie and Albrecht might be online, but they have been actively involved as well. And then there's another member that I don't have on the list, and that is Carolyn Niehaus. And she is a project manager working with us, not paid for by Dawn Mountain, so that you don't have to worry about those funds. They're paid for by the Capital Campaign Committee. And she helps us keep organized and do all kinds of things. So it's amazing to have her help, and we couldn't do it without her. So just a word about this committee. This committee is just dedicated. You know, we had a conversation early on about, you know, this is not just a short one-year kind of stint. This is for the long haul. And we went around the room, we looked at the faces, and we said, are you in it for 3 to 5 years? And they went, we're in it, you know? So pray for every one of those committee members, because we need them all to live long and prosper. We're in it for the long haul with all of you. Generous, the Capital Campaign Committee, as well as the board, has probably donated, I can't even give you the exact count, but in the recent set of pledges that came in, which were about $250,000, the Capital Campaign and the board contributed about 2/3 of that money. So yes, very generous. Very generous. And hardworking. We meet every 2 weeks for 2 hours, and we go through our list of tasks, and we work on them, and we try to make things happen. And we have a lot more work to do, but we're headed in the right direction. So, you know, people ask questions like, have you thought of this? Have you thought of that? One of the things that you will probably learn over time is that we worry a lot, we think a lot, we try to think of as many things as possible. If it hasn't happened yet, it's not because we haven't thought about it, it's because we haven't yet had time to actualize it. But that's not to say that you shouldn't keep telling us your ideas and your worries and your concerns, because we want all of those to be understood and heard. So, yep. Alrighty, so next one. Next one. All right, no, before you missed it. All right, everybody sing this, because we made this happen. May there be a great fine new temple, great seed for all high practice learning, which having spread in all directions, male and female yogis everywhere, practice and further the teachings there. So the interesting thing about the Dawn Mountain Temple prayer is, if you really think about it, it houses the vision. It has the entire vision for what we are doing at Dawn Mountain. And so by realizing an actual physical space, we've made a big step towards realizing the vision of Dawn Mountain. But, go on to the next slide. And we sang this temple prayer for many years, and guys, we collectively, all of us, have realized it. Whoa, that's amazing. And guess what? Anne asked the committee to form in the beginning of 2018. By September of 2018, what did we have? A temple, a skylit temple. So, many of you were there, so we have a long way to go, right? It's not a slam dunk. We have a lot of hard work. And as Harvey says, maybe we need a few miracles along the way. But we do have it, and we realize the prayer thus far. Thanks, Gary. Next. Yes, here we were in September, the first time we did a practice in the Skylit Temple. It looked better in September than it did when you just saw it. But that's because it's under construction, and we had humidity. Oh my gosh, the humidity here, I can't believe it.
So because we had a sunny day, that's all natural light you're looking at in there. Yeah.
Yeah, we had no lights on that day.
No. And yesterday was cloudy, so you couldn't quite see that effect, but that's what it is in daylight.
Right.
Great.
Yeah. Okay, next. So in 2018, we initiated the bedrock phase. Collectively, we gave $500,000 to realize our prayer. Woohoo! That was amazing. That was amazing. From people who were not very far from Dawn Mountain, people who were part of Dawn Mountain or part of our extended community, people who care about us, gave $500,000. I was talking to an academic in India about, how to raise money for Buddhist temples, and he said, well, how much have you raised so far? And I said, well, $500,000, and he said, well, you guys are doing pretty good. I don't think you need my advice. But we did take his advice, and he did say, you should raise money from Asia. So we're trying to figure out how to raise some money from Asia. Even though the road is hard and long, we're trying to figure it out. So in 2019, we initiated what's called the Horizon phase. In the way that we've been working together as a committee, the Horizon phase has to do with sort of what is known in the capital campaign world as a silent phase, right? And so even though we haven't been silent with all of you, it's a silent phase in terms of putting together case statements, putting together the vision information so that we can go out and do interviews with prospective donors and find out what actually will people give large sums of money to. Right? So we have to answer that question, and we're in the process of really building out all of that collateral material, the interview protocol, and we have our list of prospective interviewees to be able to gather that information so that hopefully, and we did hire a capital campaign consultant, also paid by C3, not paid by Dawn Mountain coffers, right? And so we hired that capital campaign consultant, and one of the things that she said was many times when you go to these interviews, you come out with a check if you do it right. So that's what we're hoping also, that we, in this process, it's not just interviewing, but that we also gather some additional, potentially larger funds as we go into this process. And so the year-end donations, everybody remember that year-end letter that we sent out, right? And the multi-year pledges that we asked for from the board, the capital campaign committee, and our community yielded $250,000 between now and 2023. So if you think about that, we're at about $750,000 from year to year, right? From when we sat here last April to now. That's amazing when you think about that much money. So people care. You care. We care. And we can make it happen because we care. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now comes, the hard facts, right? So we had to spend money. We bought the property. We had some leftover property tax before we got everything sorted out on the 503C designation. We had to do a new roof. We had to do some asbestos removal. That was about $400,000 coming right off the top of that money, okay? So where are we going? Next one. All right, so we know you could be in that building on Tuesday, and you knew we had HVAC we had to work on. You knew we had electrical. You knew we had mechanical. You knew we had sprinklers. We talked about that. We're estimating that about $300. How many people have done building or $300,000? I wish. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Yeah, absolutely. So how many people have been involved in building projects? Yeah. And what do you know about what happens? It costs more. Surprises happen, right? So we can cover this, right, with our existing budget. We have a budget. But because of what you know and what we just said, we know we need more. We need more to be able to do it. And we have plans to be able to get bigger mores, but we also need like 2019 mores, right? So that's what we're hoping you all can help us with. Next one. So here's the vision, right? And so when we think about where are we headed, we have all these pieces which you've seen in the strategic plan, which the board and various members have done a tremendous amount of work on, the strategic plan. And these are the different pieces. These pieces come with a price tag. There's no doubt about it. So if we go on to the next slide. So we're doing our donor research. We're going to do interviews in June with donors to gain insight into interests. What do they like about those elements of the vision? Which pieces of those vision of that strategic plan would they support, right? And which pieces do they go, oh, you know, you don't have enough differential advantage here, right? So we want to learn more about that from people. And so we put our campaign goal here. It was very controversial for us to even write down a campaign goal, right? It's scary. What did somebody say earlier? Who said it? Be brave. Rinpoche, that's it. He said, be brave. So we were brave. We put it down on here, and you go, oh my gosh, you know. So, but when you look at that vision, that's what it's going to take. If you want to know more about how we got to that number, you can talk to various members of C3, in particular Carolyn McKnight and Joanne Schneider, because they help to sort of take that strategic plan and then put some estimates about what it would be to really do that. So that's why we say we're in this for the long haul. All together, we're in this for the long haul. And last one. Oh, so can I just skip ahead to a couple and then I'll come back, Gary? Next one. Next one. Yeah. All right. See this picture? Why are we, I always cry when I get to this part. Why are we in this for the long haul? Because of this dedication and this commitment. And all of your collective dedication and commitment. We know that we had to have this building. Whether we had to have it this year or next year or the following year, it doesn't matter. We know we had to have this building. Whether we have global online demand, it doesn't matter. Yes, that's true. We have global online demand. But you can't do it from, like a floodplain. You have to do it in a dry, high place that's, that has stationary equipment so that it's stable. Yes, this man knows. He's been cobbling it together. Yes, whoa! Right. And Rinpoche said, we want to spread it. We want to connect it. How are we going to connect it if we don't have this stability? This is so key. We could argue all day long about should we have a mortgage, should we not have a mortgage, should we do this, should we do that? Yes, you could argue about all those things. Yes, you could have opinions about all those things. At the bottom line, we had to have something, and we have it now, and then we have to work hard to keep it. Okay, so back up a little bit, three slides. How y'all can help? Beautiful community. You asked Sunday night how you could help. So we put pledge cards out. I know that a number of you have already pledged. If you can pledge more, if you're able, pledge more. If you can't, fine. it's fine. We will use whatever we can use, and you can do whatever you can do. Think about who you know. Every time I talk to Anne, there's somebody else that she knows that I got to write it down. Because when you really start thinking about who you know, I was talking to a friend of mine, and I had no idea. I was just telling her what we were doing, and she said, oh, I know this woman in Houston who actually knows Anne, and she, has been involved in Dawn Mountain, but not for a long time. And I'm like thinking, well, that's interesting. Okay, so there's a possibility of a potential, right? So those are things that are not necessarily top of mind, but if we can bring them up to consciousness. So first thing I want you to do now, and Teresa, I know I didn't ask you to do this, but can you pay attention to who raises their hand? Raise your hand right now if you can think of somebody who might be able to help us with our quest. Good. Or, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. One hand, two hands, three hands. Deborah and Alan and Sharon and
Behind you, Teresa.
and
Roni. R-O-N-I.
You won't know from the spelling.
She got
R-O-N-I.
He's left his
R-A-O-N-I. Anybody else? Keep thinking. You're not getting out of here until you put your hand up.
Gary, what do you want?
Oh, the pad? Okay. All right. And then if you have ideas for us, some of you were asking good questions, like, what about this? What about that? In a short period of time, it's really hard to do all of that. So raise your hand if you want us to contact you and talk through some of these details about the pieces of the vision or about the HVAC or whatever it is. Raise your hand if you want us to contact you. Ideas, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Simon, Lauren, Neil. Okay. All right, 1,000 million thank yous to each and every one of us because we did it. And then we'll go back to the pledge cards. We've already pledged. We talked about that. And we're going to go on to the auction, and we'll end with our last beautiful picture. Yeah. Thank you.
Simon was asking if they could get that picture.
This picture?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Auction it off
Yeah.
for a price.
Okay. That's easy. We have that picture. You don't mind, do you?
Not for Simon.
Okay.
So just FYI for everybody,
Yeah, for us, for family, yes.
I guess two things. By popular request and Vatana twisting my arm, the silent auction in the next room will go to 7 p.m. sharp as dictated by a Verizon phone. So there may be some wrestling going on in the last minutes. That's sort of what happens with silent auctions. But of specific interest is there's a lot of interest in the little stupas, and there's a lot of interest in Simon's Guru Rinpoche. So I'll just call attention to those. That will go on for 7 o'clock. And we are officially starting our auction. And the first item, which is being shown by Carolyn, is it being broadcast? This is the tanka that would be associated with the practice of POA. And the practice of POA is it's called liberation, typically without meditation. Welcome to the United States, what we all like. Liberation without meditation is the practice of POA. And some of us have studied this, some of us have practiced it, some of us have done retreat of POA. We will probably do it again in the future. It's a very popular retreat. It's a way of, if we are approaching death, It's a way of transferring our consciousness. Poa means to transfer or to move very energetically, to transfer our consciousness into union with Amitayus. Amitayus is the Buddha of life and long life. He is also, for those of you who are familiar with Adzom Rinpoche and his work and his practices, every year there is a retreat of Amitayus in Reke in the Organ Samden Ling Monastery. Rinpoche has had visions of Amitayus, and every year there is a variety of miracles that occur in association with that particular practice. So he has a very particular close connection with Amitayus. And Anne said it the other night, I wanted to just sort of clarify when she said these statues of Dorje Tolo, who is a fierce form of Guru Rinpoche, appeared. It wasn't like, statues we have here that are fully formed and have bases and, you kind of buy them. What occurred is that there are these caves, and if you go into these caves, and this is a phenomena in Tibet, these forms of Dorje Tolo started appearing within the rock formation of the caves. And there
Even
were
on the outer wall, we saw pictures of the surface of the wall, and there were Dorje Tolos there.
Yeah, so the practice is very, very profound. And I don't know, I didn't even think of reserve fees for these things. So I don't know, can we start at $500 and see if somebody is interested in this for $500?
Blessed by Rinpoche and Jetsuma.
Blessed by Rinpoche. Sharon, $500.
Oh.
I have to call out people's names. People online, if you are interested, we are tracking you. We have a team of experts. And we want you to do it by chat. If you're interested, chat. $550 for Neil. From Laurel. $550 from Laurel. You're adding 300 on top of that, so it's $850. Okay, right? It's a total of $850 right now. So it's $500 from Sharon.
I'll add 50 for Neil.
$550 from you. I'm getting confused here. I thought you started with 500. Right, but who's gonna own it at this point? Okay.
So
all
what
right.
is it
And
at
Ann
now?
added 50.
I added 50
Okay.
to strengthen the bid. Got to
Does
strengthen
anybody
these
beyond
bids.
Neil? Everybody. Okay, you're
Oh.
adding 50 for Neil. Do we add? Somebody want to add for Neil? Does somebody else want to get this and get into competition? You're going to add for Neil?
$950.
950. 200 for Neil. Okay. Anybody else who wants to strengthen it? 100 for Neil.
That was Louise.
Yes, Louise. Who said that?
Buzz.
Buzz.
Buzz. 50
That's
for
a
Neil.
family.
Buzz. Yeah, come on. Is there no competition? Where's the spirit of competition in this world? Good
Show some
capitalists.
greed, please. This,
We love Neil. And
You've cultivated too much love.
we failed. Anybody online interested in owning this? Creating a competitive world?
maybe California needs it. You guys can get together.
Anybody going to write something on a chat? I'll throw in 100 on Neil. Strengthening the bid. Anybody else want to strengthen the bid for Neil? Strengthen the bid for Neil. Ken, $100
Thank
more
you.
for Neil. What? Where is it at? Yeah, 15.
Did you get Ken?
Yeah. Anybody else? Strengthening for Neil. Going once. Going twice.
100 for Neil.
From Kathy and Robert. Going once. Going twice.
We're at 1600.
We're at 1600. Who's going to bring it? 2 more hundred for Neil. What's that? Neil is going to round it out.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you,
Okay.
thank you. What? He practices POA every day. Wow.
You can give it to her, too.
You've earned it.
Poor Neil, do you have a relationship with this? Perfect. It's in the right
What?
way.
All right.
I'll get there.
So now we're moving on to the entertainment portion. Am I on? Yeah? Okay, so we have, back by popular demand, straight from Albuquerque, Lama Carol Hoy.
Oh, you're organized. I like that. Good, good, good.
Yeah. No, I just pull the hook.
Great.
We go like this.
We could get 3 in theory, but we haven't historically.
You got a chorus? Oh. What do you need? Where's the microphone?
She wants the one on her ear. You have one on her ear.
You want hand or you want over the ear? You happy?
I'll hold it for you.
You want over the ear or you
Where's
want?
the Umse microphone?
It's on my ear.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I'll hold it.
Or do you want to give it to her? Why don't you give it to her and you can hold the microphone? We want to see the full.
This involves movement.
That's why we picked her.
Just stand there.
She's a natural.
Okay. Okay, Namo Yeshe Tsogyal.
Oh.
You sparkle and shine so bright, casting nets of brilliant rainbow light throughout the deep, vast sea, alive with countless beings yearning free. Dear Dakima, walk with me across the bridge of misery. O Daki, talk with me, teaching all of us the way to be. Please, Dakima, take my hand and guide all of us to understand what is felt bodily is the key to a deeper sensibility. To know right from wrong, to keep the course of our conduct strong, to dissolve the age-old wall that only isolates and keeps us small. We follow the way of our great enlightened sage to be fully engaged. Trust the view of our exalted sage that neither shuns nor attaches to our fears, our joys, and our rage. When we choose the poison fruit, not knowing is the root. Sometimes I am blind, please, Daki, remind me to be kind. Through brambles and thickets so dense flows the gentle breeze of juniper incense, resting evenly with pure intent. Equanimity transcends. Dakima, you light the way to see our own and each other's true face. Whatever seems to be true can't hold a candle to this view. Whatsoever darkness conceals, pure vision will reveal. Whatsoever demon ensues, Guru Rinpoche tames and subdues. Ignorance, pride, envy, and hate, passion within the open-hearted faith, becomes the light of pure white, red, yellow, green, and blue, elemental wisdom of the great Guru. Adzom Rinpoche is very pleased to see that we self-liberate our misery. The rainbow bridge is alive within our body, speech, and mind, with deep abiding love, embracing all around, below, above, loving our enemy as we do our friend and family. We aspire to enjoy in one taste the irreversible Vajra faith. Whatsoever is seen is offered to the wisdom ocean queen. Through her secret lotus we are unborn. As Buddha babies we take form. The rainbow Tile is alive in our body, speech, and mind. Rainbow Tiles ornament her sky as her ocean waves break high. Above the stillness of her deep, I am awakened from my sleep. The magnetic extrovert in me springs dynamically from the G. Who am I anyway, as I am purely her display? I lose my place. When we choose the perfect fruit, all-knowing is the root. May all sentient beings be completely free. Yes, it is a possibility. Emptiness, compassion, and clarity ignite the torch of certainty. As it burns effortlessly, may all beings filling space be completely free. Whatever darkness conceals, pure vision reveals. As we embody the real, we abide in the great seal. In this precious tendril we rejoice with resounding Vajra rainbow voice. Emaho alalaho, Dawn Mountain, pure Dharma sphere. Emaho alalaho, thanks to you, Lama and Harvey Law, we are here. Emaho alalaho, thank you, precious Guru, for we are here.
Thank you. Back to Harvey.
We have a technical record since this is
So, in a constantly evolving style, what do we hear by way of appreciation financially for that performance for Dawn Mountain?
108. 108.
Ann Klein says 108. What do we hear?
108 again.
Who else?
208.
Gary, it's 108?
She's 108.
And Karen's 108?
Sharon's on it.
Sharon's 108?
We like a
Laurel's
10. We like a
108?
text.
Who else? Appreciations.
Develop some
Alan,
guitar.
Simon, Alan, 108. Simon? Carolyn, 108. Astrid, how much? 50. What do we got for appreciation of this amazing outpouring of dynamism? 50. For Janine. Who else? Janet, 50. Who else? Barbara? Mark, did you say 50? Mark, 50. Barbara, 50. Are we getting anything? Carol. Sarabi.
Thank you.
108 from
All the way
Sarabi.
from New York.
Thank you. We made it work. Anything else from online? Appreciation for Carol Gendendolma. Anybody else? Who is? Joanne does 108. And Teresa, is Jennifer saying something?
Yep.
What is Jennifer saying?
108.
Jennifer is 108. Anybody else appreciating? From Melissa, from Hawaii. Okay, Dent, 108. Anybody else? For Carol's amazing, it had the three aspects of emanation. It was both dynamic, it was that's gsal, roll is play, and gen is ornamentation. Barbara. Wendy's 108.
Thank you.
Anything else from online or locally? Going once, going twice. Ooh. Okay, wow.
Thank you.
And Carolyn, can you do this? What's your mantra chain? The next is, it is indeed, this is Eric blurted out that he thought this was Nepali style. I'm just going to do it a quick way. It's forearm Avalokiteshvara, the Buddha of compassion. Is the camera getting it? The other camera needs to, okay. Yeah, Buddha of compassion. And on the lower right-hand corner is Manjushri clearly, and I have a suspicion on the left it's Vajrapani. And then on top it's either Shakyamuni or it's Amitabha. I'm not sure. It would make some sense for it to be Amitabha, but I'd have to look at it carefully. But it is maybe you can carry it around the room as well and have people see it if they haven't seen it yet. Again, I would start this at $500. Does somebody tell me 500? Karen Prentice says 500. Simone has. You give 300 for, well, if she's saying 500, 300 more. Okay.
Karen's at 800.
Karen's at 800.
So anyone
I'd like to
wants-
see some competition on this one.
Team Karen.
What? Another. So much for the power of the teacher. So another 100 for Karen. This is a lovely tanka for anyone, anywhere in the world. $1,000 for you? Robert, okay, it's 1,000. Okay, competitive. Okay, I will put 100 on Robert's 1,000.
Oh,
Okay. Louise,
Robert at?
1,300.
what's Karen at?
An additional Karen, 500 on Karen Prentice. From Karen.
You're her.
So
That was another.
Robert's at 1,300. Karen's at 1,400. Vote for your team, guys.
No, Karen P gave 500 for herself.
It's all Karen P.
That's why we have multitude. Robert is
There's-
at 1,300. Sorry.
Yeah, Robert has 1,300 and Karen's at 1,400.
I'll add another 150 on Robert's side.
Oh, Robert's winning. 200 for Karen. Oh, thank you. 150 for Robert. To Robert. Not for any lack of love of Karen.
Where's,
I just added 150 to Robert.
but I think we're at a tie.
We're tied at 1,600.
We're at a tie. 100 for Karen.
What?
200 for Robert, for Louise.
At least one of his friends.
I'll give another 200 for Robert. So what is Robert at?
2,000.
Robert's at 2,000. Karen's at a weak 1,800. Kwong, 300 for Karen. It's beginning to get interesting. It's just beginning to get interesting. Okay, who's going to strengthen? What? Teresa? What? Say the names? Is there anything online for either Robert or for Karen Prentice? We hear anything from online? So Robert is at 2,000 and Karen is at 2,100.
200 for Robert.
200 for Robert from Alan.
You're a switch hitter.
Okay, Robert has 22.
Another 200 for Robert. Screw it.
Whoa! From Karen Prentice. So what is she at now?
26.
That was from Robert, another 100 for Karen. Deborah Pogue, $100 for Karen.
Come on, you can get her 3. Come on.
Yeah.
Who's going to take it to 3? I need it at 3.
28.
28. Okay. Carol gave 100 and Simone gave 100 for Karen. We're at 3,000 even. Anybody else want to strengthen Robert's bids or Carol's bids? Okay, Louise is 100 for Karen. Anybody else want to strengthen either Robert? I'll do 100 for Karen. Sharon's giving another 100 for Karen. You need a new piece of paper. Turn the paper over.
Where's Karen at? Do we need to strengthen her bit anymore?
3,200. 3,200, Karen. Does anybody want to strengthen the bid? Anybody?
Whoa, okay.
She left some deep pockets, it seems. Where are we at with Karen? 3,500 for Karen. She knew where to go, price-wise. Good for her. Anybody else want to strengthen it for Karen, going once? Or Robert? We could start a whole new ball game here. Going twice? So, Karen. Okay, and Carolyn, Amitaya's statue is on the shrine. Do you know which one he is? He's got a vase in his lap. To your right, turn 40. Yeah, look straight. Vase in his lap. Probably. Vase in lap. 2 hands with a vase in lap. That's it. Okay, we need it in front of the camera and then walked around. Thank you so much. Okay, so this again is relevant for the Amitaya's practice. Beautiful, filled, blessed. These are purchased in Chengdu, but made in Patan, Nepal. It's the Patan, Nepal style of statue.
And actually, all these statues from Chengdu were personally selected this year by Jetsuma herself.
Hand-carried
to another city in China. Because we didn't go to Chengdu, and I thought she would have somebody she would send to do the shopping because she has no time at all.
Okay.
But she went herself and picked these out.
So
Yeah.
I have been instructed, start the bidding at 1,000 on statues. So $1,000.
Is that from
Do I hear-
Ekadzati? Is that from Ekadzati?
Yeah, from Ekadzati. Do I hear $1,000? We have all sorts of representatives here. Do I hear $1,000 for Amitayus? Simone. You would be blessed to have it. It's a beautiful filled statue. The filling includes what's called a life tree, and it's got blessed medicine and blessings.
By someone that Jitsuma.
All
Yay!
right, adding on 100. Do we have competition, or do we want to pile on to Simone? Just let me know. 50 to Simone from Laurel. Karen, do I get a competition? Karen's on Simone's side. Do I get a competitor? We're at about 1250 right now. 1350. Do I have a competitor? Shoppers, purchasers, auctioneers.
Form teams with your friends. Conspire.
It's a beautiful statue of Amitayus. Long life is assured to you. Do I hear something? 50 from Astrid to add on to Simone's side. Do I get a competitor? I could deal with a competitor from online.
Yay!
10 to Simone from Renee.
150 to Simone, but I'll switch hit if somebody
Don't
if
make
somebody
it too
comes and
complicated.
competes.
150 from Ann to Simone. Okay, from Gary Law.
Where's Simone at? 1750. Another 50 from Deborah.
Joanne.
Oh.
From
150 from Joanne. Yay. Kathy.
Anybody else? Kathy is 150. Where are we?
Oh,
Okay,
thank
Ann.
you. Ann. Ann.
Okay, 200 for Simone. She deserves it. She worked so hard with the children. In appreciation for the children's program, what do I hear? I got to hear something. Alan.
And
Alan, 100 from Carol. Vatana, 100. Is that you personally? Yes. Oh, my God. Emily. No, Emily's 50 for Simone.
oh. Not only the children's programs, but all the grace and hospitality. And by the way, the organizer of the retreat.
Dawn is giving 100. She organized this whole retreat.
She brought the
worked
champagne.
tirelessly.
She works tirelessly.
She was crying tirelessly, sweating tears. What do I hear? Barbara, 50. Barbara, 50. Janet, 50. Dent, 50. Where are we at? We got to crack 3,000. Where are we at? 2,700.
Oh.
28.
Oh, thank you.
Sharon, your hand with 200 from Karen Prentice.
Wow. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yay!
Yay!
50
Thank
from
you,
Wendy Fillmore.
Wendy. Yay, East Coast.
How much? From you? From Sharon, 300. There's so many ghosts in this room, I gotta make clear who's talking. 3350.
Ooh,
Do I hear more?
nice.
Do I hear more in support
Nice.
of Simone? What?
Thank
Okay,
you.
50 from Jennifer Dobenmeyer.
Yay.
Anybody else online or in space? We're at 34. Going once.
34.
For Simone.
There's a hand going up.
What?
It's got to go.
You got to round
It's
up?
got to wrap up.
Okay. 100 from
K.
Karen.
This is Karen K.
Karen
I think we're at
K.
35.
Karen K herself. Okay. 35. Going
150.
once
150.
from Dr.
From me
Ann.
personally.
150 from Ann. Okay, 3650. Going once for Simone. Going twice. Going a third time. Yay! Do we need to be? No, we don't need. Do you want to take it there?
Anybody like? All right, the co-chair of our all-important C3 committee is not satisfied. She would like
wanna
this to go to
revisit this?
4,000.
I'll split with somebody. I'll split with you. You'll split with me? All right.
That's 350. That's 350 split in half. Beautiful.
So we now have another
opinion?
interlude, and again, by popular request from our neighbor to the north, Canada, Laurel Springelmeyer.
Okay, so some of you may know I play music, but I also sometimes produce albums for friends and people that are dear to me. And so on the first day, I'm in the midst of finishing a record right now with a dear friend. And on the first day, Anne opened with this koan, "What was your face like before your mother was born?" And there happens to be a song on this record that uses those lines. And so I thought it would be a perfect opportunity for me to sing this song at karaoke style, because I didn't happen to bring a guitar to this retreat. And you might ask, who is this artist? She's a very dear friend of mine. She's a student of Baba Hari Das and of other people whose names I'm blanking on right now, because despite the fact that I perform a lot, I actually have stage fright right now. But I just wanted to say a word about Jess, because she, when she was young, she had terrible scoliosis, so she grew up with a lot of pain. And so when she started doing yoga awfully young. That was one of the only things that helped her pain. And as a result of this, she opened a yoga studio at a very opportune time. And now she's the head of an international community of more than 90 studios.
Wow.
And so I just offer that as an idea. I often think about this with Jess, that sometimes the things that we see as our greatest weakness or our sources of pain are, in fact, if we work on them, the thing that can lead to the greatest accomplishment and benefit for others. So I offer this song with that spirit. Whatever it is, that the hardest thing that you might be working on, if you put focus into that, whether it's lack of self-love or lack of discipline, whatever it is that you're struggling with, that might become a source of benefit for others through your concentration on it. So here's the song. Your face like before your mother was born? What was your face like before your mother was born? What was your face like before your mother was born? And tell me, what in the world are you looking for? Is it blindness or courage that makes you not if you are keeping score? All the time. All the time. And what was his face like before your father was born? What was his face like before your father was born? And tell me, what in the world are you looking for? Is it simply bad habit that makes you not see all the open doors? All around you. All around you. And what was her face like before your mother was born? What was her face like before your mother was born? And your sister and your brother and the ones who are yet discovered, all the ones you thought were useless, are the naked visions of this wondrous world. Thank you. And if anyone would like, Jess isn't printing CDs this time, but if anyone would like to bid on a CD, I can have some printed and send them as part of a bidding thing to offer, if that's of interest. So.
Thank you, Laurel.
Maybe we could, Emily, maybe we could put that on a silent auction sheet if people want DVDs or CDs. They could put their name down, and what would be a reasonable donation? Make something up, something reasonable, and Laurel will do that. And do we want to offer Laurel, as it were, really offering it to Dawn Mountain, sorry, Laurel.
In honor of Laurel.
Something in appreciation.
That from Get.
Gary, 150 from Janine and 58 from Ann. Deborah Pogue, 50, 110.
10 from Renee.
10 from Renee. I'm going to go to the retail store. Kwong is 200.
Kwong.
Kathy, 108. Barbara who?
Charlie. Thank you.
Thank you, online. Alan, 108. Simon, 54. Carol, how much? 54. Astrid, 50. Janet, 50. Fatima, 108. Fatima. Someone else, appreciation. Dent, 50. We're appreciating. Anybody else, online or present?
54.
Buzz and Neil, Buzz and Neil, 54. You think this is so easy on the gray matter, remembering all the names. Wow.
Where is it at?
Next year it may be gone. Anybody else in appreciation of Laurel? Sharon, 300. Oh.
Joanne's got her hand up.
Sharon, Joanne, 108.
Karen.
108 from Karen K. Anybody else? Appreciation, going once, going twice, going thrice.
Bravo.
How much is that?
About 1500.
So it's actually a bit opportune. It's a little bit out of order, it's not ideal order, but those of you who are online, and Laurel is mostly online, and it's so great we have some of our online people here presently. We've got a very strong Deutsche presence right now. Yay, yay, Deutschland. But people from the West and maybe Switzerland and wherever, people
Germany,
are online. We have people online.
Brazil.
We've got Amsterdam represented, and I can see we've got the West Coast big time. We've got the East Coast big time. We've got, where's
A little bit of Houston.
Ken? Where is Ken again? Is that Ken?
Ken's in Albuquerque, but I don't see him.
Yeah. And some people, Ani Ladun's on the West Coast, Renee is in Ohio. So we have, it turns out, who knew when I grew up this is something we would back into, but we are an online Sangha as well as an in-person Sangha. It is fabulicious. And camera please on that man, Gary Gant. And for many years, Claire was his grasshopper. And Emily is now taken over that position.
With bells on.
And we have a wonderful volunteer team that Gary and Emily and Claire have always thought about. And one of the things that we are offering is the beautiful, I don't know if you can, maybe you can get it, Carolyn, it's that little Guru Rinpoche tanka for our audiovisual team. We really wish to express both with the material object, which is a small Guru Rinpoche tanka, which you can hold up.
Very finely drawn.
Very finely drawn.
Exquisitely
It is, of
easy
course,
to carry.
It's a reproduction. It will have a nice place.
Yeah, for a sacred nook in the Skylit Temple.
In the Skylit Temple for the audiovisual team.
The audiovisual nook.
Yes.
Your private quarters.
No,
Look at them.
This
Whoa.
This is spontaneous audiovisual appreciation.
Don, you're missing some good material. Do that again,
Audiovisual
Emily.
appreciation.
Do that again. Don's
category.
capture. Yeah.
So,
you do that really well.
but nothing happens without money today. And so, in appreciation of the audiovisual team that we have and in support of that project in an ongoing way, which is constantly being upgraded, can we see some support for the audiovisual project and team?
Whoa.
500 from Gary. And this 300 Kwan.
350.
350 from Ann. Louise, 150. Nancy, 300. Barbara. Ladun.
Thank you.
Wait. Say it slowly in the names. Wait. 108 from whom?
Kate.
Okay. How much? Wait, Wendy, 108.
Ken, 108.
Ken, 108.
Thank you. Wow.
Catherine, 111. Sarabi. From Charlie,
Charlie,
108.
108. Yay.
108, Renee Pitts. 200 from Richard Darcy.
Yay.
Karen K. Karen K.
108 from Kathy.
From Catherine. Kathy.
Oh.
300 from Karen
Thank
Prentice.
you.
10 from Renee. Joanne. 108 Joanne. 108 from Carol. 108 from Neil. Alan. Alan, 108. 108 from Vatana. Simone. Deborah. Don. 108 Don. On top of the initial 300.
We'll take it.
Okay, 108 from Gary.
Thank you. No gift is
Sharon.
too small.
Anybody
Because a
else
lot of them
appreciate?
add up.
Karen K. KK 108.
Careful.
Laurel 108. Anybody else in support and
Did you get
appreciation of the 25?
Oh, thank you. Did you get the 50
From
from
Julia.
Lauren? Did you get the 50 from Lauren?
By the way, if
50.
you got to buy a computer for Pangwonchu the monk, who was able to do the Chinese sign language.
All right.
Wait. Slow down. What is this about buying a computer?
We got to get a computer for Pangwonchu. The one he was using was going out. We're going to have to get one for him. So let's go.
You're throwing curveballs at the auctioneer.
Yay! Thank you, Jennifer.
Anybody else online? Wait, Barbara 50,
Thank you.
Melissa
Yay.
50. Nina's what is Nina saying? You got to do it in. Need to do it by
You got to
chat.
do it in your chat.
Chat. What is Nina? Is Nina writing something in the chat?
Jennifer did 108.
We got that. Thank you.
What about-
Okay, and Nina is 50.
50?
Okay, thank you. And Marlo is back there. Thank you. Who said 50?
Yes.
Thank you.
Anybody else in support and appreciation? Carolyn at 108. Oh, it's so heartwarming.
It is.
Broadcast center, those of us who don't live here. Thank you.
Yes, we do need a broadcast
We
center.
do.
What's the total so far? Just give her a moment to do some quick math.
Should be music in the background, right, while they count. Or a mantra, maybe. Better.
Roughly $4,300 in appreciation.
Oh,
Gary's giving another 200.
45.
45.
Fantastic. Maybe get it to 5. I don't know. Huh? What did you say? Another 50 from Astrid. Okay.
Emily. All right, can we get it to 5,000? What? About 46 right now. Are we moved to 5,000? 46. Simone's given 200. Sharon's given 200.
Wow. You girls. So what is it? Where are we at? Did we make it?
We made it.
Bravo.
Okay,
Bravo!
okay, so this is it's called the 8 Manifestations of Guru Rinpoche. Guru Rinpoche had 8 manifestations. I don't dare try to point them out or explain them, but they're all in there. But when we were somewhere in China with Eric, he did mention that Adzom Rinpoche, when he was about 12 or 13, went to the monastery where the 8 manifestations is kind of the central thing that they're about at the monastery. And so he's 12 or 13. I mean, just imagine some of you have 12 and 13-year-olds at home, or you did relatively recently. And he did a retreat on the 8 manifestations of Guru Rinpoche, and people from that monastery walked out in the morning, and they saw some person covered with rainbows all around them. And they thought, well, this must be the real deal. And so this practice the practice of 8 manifestations of Guru Rinpoche is precious to Adzom Rinpoche. And Guru Rinpoche is always appearing in our practices. And so, beautiful Tanka. And do I hear $500 to begin?
$500.
$500 from Ann Klein. Riggs and Dolma to me. Okay. 250 for. Please compete. Please compete. We don't have any room for another tanka anywhere. The temple will have room, but anyway. Kate is adding 250 to Ann's bid. 1,000. Wyatt. Who is giving 10? Wyatt is giving $10. Via Renee. Like I say, so many walk-ins over here. Okay. Does somebody want this? Who is bidding 1,000? Renee Pitts. Competitive bid? Yes, competitive bid of $1,000. I give her 100.
Still winning.
Ann's at 1,010, but I put 100 on Renee. Renee Pitts. How much? Alan, 100 on Renee. 50 on Renee. Okay, Richard, another 50 on Renee.
Ann has 1,010 and Renee has 1,300. Say it again. How much? 300.
You and me, Renee.
100 for Renee. Deborah's 50 for Renee. Karen Prentice, what? Karen K. Karen K. 100 for Renee. Many rhyming things. Let's keep it moving. Now Ann's what? What are you going to do about it?
I'm going to give 50 to Ann.
50 to Ann.
It's not going to do it, but.
What does Ann need?
You to be quiet and stop.
Ann needs $190 to be competitive. 200. 200 from Karen Prentice. Okay, what do we hear? Anybody online want to do anything? Anybody want the 8 manifestations along with Renee? We could start another stream, or we can support Renee, or we can support Ann. Who's leading? Renee with 1650. Renee is at 1650. And Ann is at 1560. For who? Me. 150 for... All right, 100 for Ann. What can I say, Harvey? 100 for Ann. 1810 for Ann. 1810 for Ann. 108 for my llama. 108 for your llama. Joanne. 108 from you? Yeah. Joanne is 108 for Ann.
What's Renee at?
Renee's at 1650. She needs some help. Renee needs some help. Come on, come on, come on. Renee, what are you doing? Louise, how much? 200 for Renee from Louise. 50 for Petra. Who's going to strengthen Renee? 1900. Come on, come on, Renee. Anybody online want to help Renee out? She's one of you abroad. Another 200 for Renee. Richard. Let's take her over the top. 50 for Renee. Janet. What?
Can we hear from Renee?
Who's gonna help Renee? Bring Renee to 3,000, please. Somebody. We're kind of far away. Anne's at 2150? No.
Anne's at 2026.
Anne is at 2026, and Renee is at 2150. 108s give you. Okay, 2150 for Renee. Anne is at 2026. Sharon? 108 for both. That really helped. It did really help. It didn't resolve the problem, but it did really help. Where are we at? Renee is still winning. How did that happen? 2258. Karen Kolachetsky. Now we've got a problem. 2334 for Anne. Who's going to help Renee? Renee needs help. Come on, Renee. And Carolyn's getting tired.
Yeah, come on, money, please.
Barbara. What? Karen Burry, 400. Yay. What? What are the bids?
2650 for Renee and 2334 for Anne.
200 for Renee. Barbara? 500 from Renee. From Renee. 500 from Renee. Okay, so it's roughly 3358, roughly, for Renee. Barbara? 108 for Anne from Jennifer. We're going to need a lot more to get Anne back into the action. What did I say? 3358 for Renee. Ohio might need this, yes. All 8 manifestations are needed in Ohio. She's got fracking, she's got a rust belt, she's got a swing state. 108 for Renee from Anne. Okay. How far is Anne away from Renee? Anne is at 2442 and Renee is at 3466, about an honest $1,000 away. Let's get to Renee to 4. Okay, let's get to Renee to 4. Does anybody online want to help Renee? Anybody here want to help Renee? Guru Rinpoche to Ohio. 200 from Kwang, 200 from Simone, 100 from Neil. Sharon, another 200. How much? 34. 34. From Julia. To who? To who?
Oh, to Renee. Sorry.
Okay.
All right, we're going to do the math. Joanne.
Yeah, I got that.
4,200 for Renee. Going once. Going twice. Ohio, you deserve it. Okie dokie, we're making progress. All right, a beautiful four-armed Avalokiteshvara statue. Four-armed Avalokiteshvara statue. Beautiful. To your left, yes. Oh my God, it's beautiful, she says. Camera, please. Camera, please. Camera, camera, camera. To the camera. Okay, so this is a beautiful, again, Nepali style patan. Avalokiteshvara, Lord of Compassion. You will have compassion on your altar, emanating compassion, wisdom. Okay, and here's the spoiler alert. Sorry, got to do it. Coming soon to a temple near you. There they were, at a theme park dedicated to Avalokiteshvara, brought to you by the Chinese government. Traditionally the birthplace of Guanyin, and now a theme park. They teach people on the ferry how to bow down. You don't want to get too serious about your religion, be careful. But there they are. Rinpoche gets Avalokiteshvara Dzogchen, complete Dzogchen teachings from Avalokiteshvara. We've got this in our schedule to teach in the future. It's a very, very beautiful set of teachings. We have some sense from what Anne... Poetry is amazing. Of course, anything that Rinpoche produces is amazing. But, you know, everything has a slightly different tilt and slant and da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, so Avalokiteshvara, there is actually a very specific manifestation of Avalokiteshvara associated with the treasure that was revealed. It's a little bit different from this. But really having Avalokiteshvara handy, we all need compassion, we're all generating compassion. And it is a really beautiful statue, and it would start at $1,000 to, who wants it for? Vatana is at 1,000. How much? 100 to Vatana. Anybody want a beautiful Avalokiteshvara online? It's really beautiful. Kate, was that a hand raise? You were just scratching the ceiling. Richard Darcy. A beautiful Avalokiteshvara. 50 for Astrid for Vatana. Do we have a competitor who wants to pop forward? Karen, are you speaking for yourself or for your doppelganger? How much? 200. She gave you a big pocket. Wow. Wow. Okay, where are we at? 50 from Janine. Neil? Neil's 50. Come on, this is a beautiful statue. Doesn't somebody want to compete? 111 from the good doctor. 111 added to Vatana. Doesn't somebody want to compete with Vatana? And Vatana really wants it, but somebody else can really want it. Desire, it's a good thing in Tantra. Get that auction chakra open. Desire, clinging. We transform it here. It's turning into virtue as we speak. 2261. Harvey gives 108. Come on, does anybody else want to compete with her? Just say something like 3,000. So anybody want to strengthen the bid for Avalokiteshvara? If I'm not going to get any competitors, we can at least get some supporters.
I had 100.
$100 from Alan. KK, 200. Supporters, strengthen the bid. Sharon, 108. Carol, 108. What do you? Okay. Where are we? This is a non-dual auction. I mean, this is really a non-dual auction. Everybody wins. The non-dual auction. Who? You? 250 for Vatana by the non. Okay. And non-dually is offering 250. Do we have any non-dual donations from online, either dualistic, non-dualistic, or both, from online for Vatana? How much are we at? 31.35. It's got to go up to 35. She's 200 from Kwong. Yay! We've still got how far to go? We're at 33.35. We can do it. We want to get to 35. This statue deserves it. It is so beautiful. Come. Oh, Vatana adds 500. Going once. 38.35. 38.35. Who's taking it to 4? We need 165. Another 50 from Deborah. Joanne? There's 115 from Joanne. Mama. Going once, going twice. Sold. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And now for the ever young and talented Miss Renee.
From Colorado, please welcome the ballet prima donna.
How much?
108.
Where are we? Gary's 108. In appreciation.
108.
Alan, 108. Sharon. Richard, 108. Carol, 108. Fatina, 108. Harvey, 108. Laurel, 50. Kathy, 108. Janine, 150. Barbara, 50. 16 from Julia. We understand. 40. Who's doing 42? Deborah is 42. How much? 21 from Petra. Janet, 25. Barbara? 54 from Kate. Kate. Who? Anything else do we hear in appreciation for the cell, the dynamism, the role, the play, and again, the ornament? Thank you for the cell, role, and gin. Anybody else want to appreciate? Appreciation. We appreciate it so much. How much? At 14. Okay. And we're moving right along. Where did it go? Oh, it's over here. Okay. Carolyn, do you need assistance? Can you get to it? You got it? So, some of us are familiar and do a great deal of Vajrasattva practice. Vajra means diamond or adamantine. This is a Vajra. It's a kind of interesting symbol. It's sometimes it's translated as a thunderbolt, sometimes as a Vajra. As a diamond, I'm sorry, in English. So it's got qualities of strength, immutability, purity. Realization is sometimes likened to a Vajra. The nature of mind is sometimes likened to a Vajra. There are certainly teachings in Tantra and Dzogchen that Vajrasattva encompasses everything. All of the teachings of what are called the 100 fierce and peaceful deities are ensconced in Vajrasattva. The syllables of the mantra for Vajrasattva represent the 48 peaceful and the 52 wrathful deities. So in the Bardo, the understanding of the peaceful and wrathful is very, very significant. For those of us who do the foundational practices every day, we're both praying in relationship to Vajrasattva and we are purifying and we become Vajrasattva. It's a very, very important figure to be familiar with and to have as part of our repertoire. So, starting at $500, do I hear somebody wanting a tanka, a beautiful tanka of Vajrasattva to support your practice?
Yes. Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, the California Sangha would like to start at 500.
Okay, so Jennifer would like it at 500.
California.
California, oh, California. Jennifer, just in terms of billing purposes, I need a name associated. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Is Is that you then?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Jennifer, 500. Janine, 50. Anybody want to get into competition with California, AKA Jennifer?
Thank you. I think Janine.
Okay, Louise is adding 100 to Jennifer. Anybody want to compete over Vajrasattva? Very important. Karen, 1,000. Is that for you? Karen K, you're speaking for yourself? Okay, all right. Okay, we got some action finally. Yes. Okay.
Diamond One, a great union, is bringing out the dualism.
Let's get dualistic here for a moment. So we've got 1,000 for Karen Kolodziecki and 650 for California, AKA Jennifer. Okay. Who wants to support who? Barbara, 650 California. Barbara, California adds 50, 700 for California. Okay, so another 50, Mark.
Okay. And
Richard
another-
Darcy, California strengthening, 100 for California from Harvey.
Aww.
Yes.
And this keeps losing the Zoom, but another 200 from California.
Another 200 from California. California is now at 1,250. All right, Karen's at 1,000. How much? 1,500. This woman knows how to bid. She forget all that small stuff. 1,500. Another 100 for Karen. 20 from Howney. 20 from California for Howney. Okay, 20 from California for California. I'll give another 100 to California.
The Vajrayana. Is that Vajrayana or Vajrasana?
Vajrayana.
Yeah, it was in the Vajrayana book.
It's Vajrasattva. Sattva means being. Vajra means adamantine or diamond.
Where's California?
California's at 1,370. Karen's at 1,600.
Well, we gotta get help California.
100 for California. Anne gives 150. We want Vajrasattvas in California, but we want Vajrasattvas in Portland too.
Oh dear. Is that the problem with the West Coast is bidding against each other?
Yes, yay!
Oh, sorry, Karen, you're beating you by $20.
$20. 100 for Karen. Got to keep this alive. Keep it alive.
Oh, we got 1620 to 1750.
Okay, Karen's got 1750. What do I hear? 1750 for Karen.
Yeah.
150 from Alan for California, aka Jennifer.
Yay, Tujache.
Where are Kate and John? Come on, you need to be bidding too, not just smiling.
Yeah. Yeah.
With us, man.
I know.
Are you bidding, Kate and John? I haven't heard of a bid from Kate or John.
Oh, it's been online.
What?
It's online.
No.
Are they saying, is there something from Kate or John?
Yeah. In this.
Yeah.
It's on other stuff. What about on this?
Okay.
I'm the spokesperson. Right?
How much do we put in there?
What's the total?
What's the total for California Sangha?
You're at 1770.
Okay.
And
Karen is at 1750.
oh.
Oh, so we're ahead. And you want us to put in
You're
more?
ahead by a measly 20. Karen's challenging. Karen has just went to 2,000.
So that would be,
Open that auction chakra.
Okay. It's Dennis.
Okay. Do we need another 250?
Well, that would get us ahead.
Yeah.
Who did 20? Who put?
200.
Karen, you just put another 500 on yours?
She made it 2,000.
She's 2,400. Karen K is at 2,400.
Oh. We're calling in reserves here. We're not out of the wit.
Just 100? Okay, she just went to 2,000. She just brought it to 2,000. It's cheap. You could get up there.
It's only 2,000.
You're at 1,770. You can do it, California.
Oh, okay, we'll do it.
Let's see if Dennis answers.
Yeah, let's see what he says.
She gives the 30. Astrid gave the 30. Do I hear 200? At least a little bit. Sharon? Louise, 200 for California. Oh, look at those happy faces. Can you be that happy, Karen? 250.
What's the competition?
I think
I'll give another 100 to Karen. She's looking happy too.
No, she's
California is where now? Dent is giving 50 for California.
Oh, to the Yeshe.
That's 2,050. You're still far away. We need some more. What?
Where's Dennis?
Who? Sharon's giving 200 to California.
Oh.
I'm going to visit Portland. I better be nice to them. How much? We'll tell you in a second. Karen is at 2350. Ah, Alan gives 150 to California. Yeah.
Thank you, Alan.
Where are we at? California's got 2,400. And Karen's got 2,350. Karen?
Hey, Dennis.
600 between KK and CP. Oh, Karen Prentice and Karen Kolodetsky are giving 600 and bring you to 3,000, no? 3,000. Anybody else want to strengthen California? She was just playing. 3,000 California. Anybody else want to support California? Look at those happy faces. They're getting younger. They're getting younger. Going once. 3,100.
Wait a minute here. California is a very rich state.
Very rich. R-I-C-H. Rich state.
And every Tonka has gone for 4,000 so far. Just saying.
Karen is just saying every Tonka has gone for 4,000. Do you want to embarrass ourselves, not in a non-dualistic way? We can't do that. So what are we going to do to bring it to 4,000? We need $900. Yikes. Harvey does 100. Bring me. $25 for California. Okay, $25. 50 for California. Laurel.
I'll do 25.
Okay, Jerry does 25. Yeah. We got to bring Janet's 25. I need some decisive action here. Ken. How much? 50, Ken. For California, Ken?
Oh, yeah.
California. Okay. 3375. Ken Woodrow, 25. Anybody else want to support California online, from the online world? After Oregon.
Can Carolyn hold it up in front of the camera?
Hold it up in front of the camera.
One of our
For a certain amount of donation, we'll do that.
So the camera's.
It's going to cost you. We're at 3,400.
Can you see it, Dennis?
Can you come closer?
Ah, c'est bon.
Blessed by Rinpoche. What is it, 3,400 now? Who said that? Richard, 100. 3,500. 3,500, California. Move me, move me, move me. We're at 3,500. Wow. Do you have a secret language that you communicate with one another? How did you know that? 4,000. Okay, going once, going twice. Gone to California.
Keep that one.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Guru Rinpoche statue. Yes, I'll take care of that. Okay, Guru Rinpoche statue. Beautiful. Showing it online first. And you can walk it around the space. It's a very beautiful statue. We will start it at $1,000. Roughly. Jade Suma picked this out personally. We were appalled to hear that she took her precious time to go shopping for us. 30, I'm sorry. Do I hear $1,000? Somebody want Guru Rinpoche? I mean, obviously Guru Rinpoche is central, and this is blessed and filled. There we are. We've got another one that's been offered by Simon very, very generously, obviously, but thank you, Ekatati. Thank you, Guru Rinpoche. Beautiful. $1,000. Do I hear $1,000? Guru Rinpoche. Maybe you have to see it first. $1,000 from Teresa. No, from Don. Okay. From Teresa and Don. Okay.
Thank you.
Teresa and Don, $1,000. Yay.
Teresa and Don.
Teresa and Don. Rhymes with Teresa and Don. You got it? You got it? Yeah. just right, in-laws. Okay, it's $1,000. Do we have a competitor or do we have a supporter? It can be either one. Who wants to help Teresa and Don? 108 from Harvey. Laurel, 108. They said 1,000. Yes. You're coming in at 1,500, competing? Nice. Thank you, Karen. Okay, 1,500 for Portland.
No kidding. 100 for Karen.
100 from Ann for Karen.
Oh.
50 from Mark.
Gonna help Mark?
That
help
doesn't
his
do it.
parents? That's a start.
Richard? Are you itching? 2,000. Oh. A third stream. Yay. A third stream. Yay. 108 for Richard from Laurel. It's a dangerous game. Deborah Pogue, $50 for Richard.
That's not what he said.
How much is Teresa at now? 1266.
Barbara's doing 50 for Richard.
Oh.
Okay. 100 for Richard from Vatana. 100 for Richard from Vatana. Anybody want to support either of these three streams? Take a lot to get Karen or
What's
Teresa.
Richard, what are Richard and Karen at?
Richard's at 2308, Karen's at 1600, and Dawn and Teresa are 1266. Dawn and Teresa are what? 1266.
So does somebody want to support one of these streams or make it more competitive? Who's closest to Richard? Karen is closest at 1600. Richard's clocking in at 2308. Anybody online want to contribute to somebody? Guru Rinpoche. Right there. You just 2308.
Sacramento.
Financially, very good, yeah.
Sacramento.
It's that time of the evening already. Got there quickly. Did you want to add something? Yeah, 2308. All right, anybody want to support Richard? Harvey, 108. Anybody else want to support Richard? Online. California want to support Richard? You're going to be able to visit this Guru Rinpoche. What? 50 from Mark.
Thank you. For Richard.
Richard.
50 for Richard from Jennifer.
Yay.
From Jennifer, 50
Thank
for
you.
Richard. Anybody else supporting Richard? We're at 2416. 2516. Oh, 2516. 2516.
Another 54 for Richard from John Pfeiffer.
54 from John Pfeiffer. KK, who are you speaking for at this point?
Oh.
200 for Richard. Thank you, Karen Prentice. 200. We are at 2770 for Richard. Another 58 for Richard. Got to get it to 3. It's at 28. Is that 38? 28, 28. 28, 28. Get it to 3 at least. Get it to 3. Sharon? Whatever it takes.
Sharon's like, let's move on.
172. 172 it was, Sharon. 3,000. Going once. Going twice. Sold. In Brooklyn, we'd say a bargain. A bargain. Miss Julia.
And from your local Houston surrounds, we have the ever fabulous Julia, opera incarnate. To lead you through a no, to sing for you.
Yeah, sure.
The ear
I
mic.
actually have Harvey's.
Here. No, here's the ear mic.
Oh, this, you mean this one?
It doesn't. I
Well,
just
this will allow you to walk around.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't be doing stage. So I'm reading the room, and I think everyone is invited to stand up and stretch. We need like 30 seconds of stretch. Maybe stretch the back of your legs like we do in the dancing. Oh, yeah. We are just in that afternoon slump, so I'm taking 30 seconds of my time to give us just a moment. Oh, yeah, that feels good. Maybe scratch the top of your head. That helps bring the blood flow up there. Yeah.
Lotus?
Yeah, lotus interlude. Shake it out a little bit. Whatever movement comes to you. Let's wake it up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's it. Okay. And now, when you feel complete, you may have a seat. So loud. So we've been beholding a great, extraordinary treasure in our time together. And somehow that word brings to mind how I tend to introduce this particular aria. I often refer to it as a treasure. So this is an ordinary treasure from the ordinary world. But something about it inexplicably is just beloved by many, many, many listeners. It's not about what opera it's from or what the character's saying or really anything. So the inexplicability is of interest to me. But I hope it will be for you, whatever it is for you. Do enjoy. Sorry, I want to sing it in the right key. Okay. Oh mio bambino caro, mi piace bello, bello, andare in Porta Rossa a comprare anello. Sì, ci voglio andare e se la massa intorno andrai sul ponte vecchio, ma per buttarmi in arno mi straggo e mi tormento. Oh Dio, vorrei morir. Babbo, pietà, pietà. Babbo, pietà, pietà.
Okay.
I'll start with 25.
Jerry starts with 25. Emily's 20. Alan 150. Who? Joanne. Sharon 108. Marlo 20. Barbara. Janine 108 from Laurel. From Carol. Fatima. Harvey, 108. Kathy, 108. Anne's parents loved opera. I think her father particularly liked that particular piece. I can just imagine them being ecstasy. 50. I heard the whole...
Did you hear my 108, Harvey?
108 from Anne. Honoring Anne's mother and father. I heard the whole symphony behind it as well. Wow. I don't know how you do that. That's amazing. Karen. Janet, 50. Karen.
108 CP, 108 KK.
Okay, 108 CP. And Cheryl, 108. 20 from Howney. Honoring. Anybody online? I'm sure you could hear it online. Wow.
Surprised they're not running in from the dean's office to offer something.
We should make it somebody go over to the dean and see if they want to contribute.
A little too late. I just went home.
Anybody else want to support and just vote our affirmation and appreciation for Julia for offering 50 from Astrid. So sweet. So much talent. 50 from Mark. Barbara? 50 from Barbara.
Thank you.
Just think about the miracle of the human voice. 50 from Teresa. It's amazing. Are we all satisfied, Julia? Honoring Julia? What's our total on Julia? $50 from Anne. About 1667. About 1667, right? Okay. Time for Tara. Dolma, the liberator. Swift and effective for fulfilling, for birthing, making things happen. For unhappiness, clarifying away.
Parking spaces.
Parking spaces.
According to Jason Gushala. Try it.
What? So we're going to start at 500. Do I hear 500 for 500 from Teresa, for Joanne. 1,000 from Joanne herself.
Ooh.
Okay, we've got two streams. Two streams, and they're both on the campaign committee. Watch out. Okay. 100 for Teresa, Carol. Anybody want to have Tonka Dolma online? Whoever's left online. What about here?
Where are the two at, Joanne and Teresa?
1,000 and Teresa's at 600.
Okay, we are at 1250 with Joanne. Joanne's at 1250 and 1,000 for Teresa. I'll give 300 for Teresa. Just to make this interesting. 50 for Amala from Mark.
1350 for Teresa and $12.50 for Joanne.
Tied up. We need a tiebreaker. 10 for Joanne?
Teresa.
10 for Teresa from Julia. $2.50 for Teresa from Steve.
Joanne needs some help.
Hamilton, New York would be benefiting from Tara.
$16.10 to $13.50.
Non-dual competition, yes, non-dual.
Say we add it all together, rip it in half.
Yeah. $13.50 for Joanne. Does somebody want Karen? $300 for
Yay.
Joanne.
Where's
From
that put
whom?
Joanne?
KK. That puts her at $16.50.
Where's Teresa?
Head by 40.
Oh.
I'm going to hand you the ball. I got to go to the bathroom for a second. Do it.
Okay. And now? Two Dakinis, once the queen of all the Dakinis. We have to keep this going. The flame. Who's in the lead right now?
Teresa, $17.10. Joanne, $16.50.
Oh my God. Joanne needs a little more. You have no idea what Joanne does. She's in, you know, the teachings that you all long for. Thank you, Robert. Yeah, she's in charge. Thank you. Yes, Sharon. Oh, $300 for Sharon. Oh, I mean from Sharon, for Sharon to Joanne. All is one. The blondes over there. From one blonde to another. It's true. She oversees many people.
$19.50 for Joanne and $17.10 for Teresa Dawn.
Huh?
Where are we at?
$21.50 for Joanne and $17.10 Teresa.
Oh.
From KK or CP?
So where is it?
$21.50 for Joanne and $20.10 for Teresa.
Ooh, that's close. Ooh, but we're not done. Sharon. Yeah. Cool. $200 for Teresa. Where do you want to go? Where would you like to go? She's got a nice face. It's not settled yet. What is this? Us girls are just talking. We girls are having conversation.
Anne's name is Rigzin Dolma. This is Tara.
Dara.
Vidyadara.
Tara.
Tara.
I never realized that. Rhymes.
Vidyadara Tara. Where are things at?
Teresa has $22.10. Joanne has $21.50.
Whoa.
$22.10 and $21.50. $200 for Joanne. Hamilton's a pretty nice place. It's a great place, and it's green. She'll feel very comfortable in Hamilton, but of course, Houston is also green.
Another $200 for Joanne. Yeah, Harvey.
KK.
From KK?
Whoa.
Mm-mm-mm.
Where's Joanne?
Julia, don't say something in a nut.
Joanne's at 2550, Teresa's at 2565.
Oh, man.
2575.
Who?
Joanne.
Joanne's at 2575 right now, and Teresa is at 2565.
2560.
2560, thank you so much.
Can't go to Hamilton. It's a long journey with that $3,000.
Another complicated idea for me. Go sit down. Go sit down. Thank you for giving me a break.
Freshman for you, Harvey, here.
You want a mic, dear? You're good?
Is there a hand online?
Maybe the bitters need this.
How much? For?
Joanne.
For Joanne. Joanne is currently at 2675. To get to
Gotta get to 3,000, right?
and Teresa's where?
2600.
2600 for Teresa. 2675 Joanne. Got to be 3K. 25 for Joanne. That brings it to 2700.
Yay.
2700 for Joanne. Oh, that's how you communicate with one another. I know they had a way. It's with hands.
Really
It's symbols.
smart to call attention to it. Oh.
Going once.
C3 stands together.
Going twice. Okay, I'm gonna go out of order and be nasty. No. We have, and by the way, I'm sorry, Saraswati is not available. I know people are craving it, but no. The Saraswati. $100,000. $100,000. I have to ask.
$100,000, I considered it. It's my personal Saraswati that I have adored and
Is that from
lived
Tsering?
with. Huh?
Is that from Aung Tsering?
It's from what?
Aung Tsering or somebody else?
No, it's not on Tsering. It's, I bought it in Nepal many years ago.
Yeah, a mere 100K, but
Talk to me, guys. We need a sprinkler system.
I can't even tell you the number of mantras that this Saraswati has been around, and we had no interest in auctioning it off. But for a really wild amount, for a sprinkler system,
maybe.
and then some.
Oh, so it's, yeah.
But
You can marinate on that. It was not listed, but this is a field of assembly for those people who are next to Saraswati, for those people who are accumulating foundational practices. This is actually the full visualization of the Longchen Nyingtik field of assembly. And it would be a support for your practice if you were accomplishing foundational practices. I just want to throw it in as a surprise bonus possibility. And do I hear you can show
it's
it
quite
online?
exquisitely drawn, actually. It's small, but it's all there, and you can really see
All
it.
there.
It's one of those super excellent reproductions. It's also from Chengdu.
Do I hear $500?
Yes.
Karen says 500, and Jennifer say 500. So what are we going to do? Jennifer said 500. Karen? 1,000. Karen says 1,000.
I say 500. I say 1,000.
So it's at 1,000 now from Karen.
What is it?
It's the
And
source.
Teresa adds 100 to Jennifer. That brings her to 600. California, want to say anything?
Another 500 from Jennifer.
Another 500 from Jennifer.
Thank you.
So Jennifer's at 1,100. Jennifer's at 11. Huh? 1,100 for Jennifer. Karen K is at 1,000. Karen K. 1,500. I like the way this woman bids.
No, we're
1,500.
bidding-
What?
It's Saraswati.
Well,
I think it's both.
Karen is at 1,500.
We're
You're
bidding.
bidding on Saraswati. Do you understand? You're bidding on the Dzogchen.
Oh, okay. So Saraswati hasn't started yet?
Saraswati is
Saraswati was $100,000.
Right. Okay.
water sprinkler system.
John and Kate are walking away. They heard $100,000. They're going to the back of the house. I saw you retreating.
No, they're starting the mantra chain.
We actually have to do the mantra
They're
chain.
starting mantra chain. Very virtuous. Okay, wonderful.
Thank you very much. Great to see you, and thank you guys.
Thank you. Okay, 1,500 for Kate, for Karen. 1,500. Is anybody bidding? Karen's got 1,500. 1,500 for Karen.
Is Jennifer bidding?
I don't know.
Where's Jennifer?
Joanne adds 100 for Karen.
Did you think you were bidding for Saraswati?
Sort of. That's okay, though.
1,600 for
One
Karen.
enlightened being is like another.
Somebody want to bid for this? Somebody want to support Karen? Support Karen. 100 from Laurel, supporting Karen.
150 for Karen.
150 from Ann, supporting Karen. How many's 50?
Thank you.
For Karen. Somebody else supporting Karen. Teresa's 100.
Karen is so supporting every single thing about Don Mountain.
She's very, very, very supportive. We need to support her. Okay, 108 from Harvey. I just convinced myself. Non-dualistic cheerleading. Sharon.
Yay.
Sharon's 108.
Yay.
Very beautiful. The total is 2216. 2216
For Karen.
for Karen.
Whoa!
Oh!
Is that part of the plan?
That was a surprise.
No.
Out of the woodwork,
We didn't even know
2,500.
this was on offer, so no, it wasn't part of the plan.
I surprised her. And Karen.
500 for Carolyn. Thank you.
All right, 3,000. Total of 3,000.
Thank you.
Another 108 for Carolyn from Harvey. Teresa, what? 100 for Carolyn.
Joanne,
Laurel, did Joanne say something? 100 for Carolyn.
From me, and
Another 100 for Man, for Carolyn. 50 from,
500 from Jennifer for Carolyn.
500 from Jennifer.
oh, thank you.
All right,
Did you hear Hanley? Did you get Hanley's 50?
500. A little known secret, but Harvey and Ann have been talking to Carolyn a lot. She is very, very wise about organizations and many things. And so she has really, really helped move this whole process forward. She's both on the campaign committee, she's on the board, she's on the financial planning body, and
And we invite her
she
to the
does
building
something called
committee Infinite building committee meetings.
She's a professor of what's called social entrepreneurship, which is bringing people in the third world into a community, which is both community, social, and also be able to make profit. She is a bodhisattva. I would like to honor her some more. Where is she? She's at 3958.
What did you say, Gary?
I said she's also an awesome man of life.
We need $42 to make it an even 4,000.
Okay. Bravo.
Going once, going twice. 25 more.
I felt that coming. I didn't know where. I just felt there was.
It is hers. 4,025.
Harvey,
What? Carol puts in 100 more.
Simon.
50 more.
54.
54 more.
I understand. Sharon.
300 more. The money keeps pouring in. We'll give you the total in a second. $4,400. $44.79.
Gary's hand up.
$44.79.
Gary.
It is our refuge tree, so I have to add 100.
Oh. Ain't nothing but love here. Unless you go to Chengdu.
Don't give away our trade secrets.
45.87.
No, they are.
45.87.
And now, Jason Doma.
All right, Jerry's given $13, so we're at $4,600. Okay, and now a very beautiful, chosen by an incarnation of Tara, blessed by
An incarnation of Tara and her brother.
And her brother.
Incarnation of just about all the great beings. Vimalamitra, Chisung Detsen, Jigme Lingpa, counting Manjushri, speech emanation.
it's very beautiful, blessed. If you
It's
do
Phil.
Tara,
All the statues that we
filled.
brought back are Phil.
You can have the essence of swift, acting, effective, compassion on your altar, personal, filled, blessed. They come hollow, and the process
And
of
with
filling
the
includes these mantras written in microscopic letters. So there are actual, like, little scrolls, actually, that are sort of like
Nowadays, they do them on computers, so there can be tens of thousands.
the
I don't
very,
know,
very
maybe
small
millions
print rolled
of,
into a
mantras
rolled thing.
inside. And then also a stick that is at the different chakras of Tara. It's called the Tree of Life, is inside her. And then often blessed medicine.
Blessed medicine.
And you could put anything in a statue to ramp up its.
Usually, the way they do blessed medicine in Tibet is this way. 900 years ago, there was somebody and they cut their nails and some hair fell off their head. And so then their students who loved them grabbed that and then they pulverized it in a mortar and pestle. And they put in other medicines. And then 100 years later, they still had some of those pills and they put those in the mortar and pestle and they put some other medicines in. So you get sort of atoms from all these prior layers into these blessed medicines that they put in these things. So typically there's hair from Jigme Lingpa or Longchenpa from the fabric of somebody's clothing. It's very, very powerful stuff. That's in fact what's going into the stupas, FYI. That's medicine that, right? I mean, there's probably...
Part of what goes on. Many things. There may also be, relics from when they were cremated. Great beings will have relics. medicine from herbs grown around Rinpoche's monastery, which is a place where these grow very well.
So, a beautiful Tara, 1,000
Oh,
for
you've been
Cheryl. We
waiting.
started, okay. We started at 1,000 with Cheryl.
Cheryl wants Tara, huh?
Louise,
Oh, nice.
100 on for Cheryl.
100 for Cheryl.
100 for Cheryl. Kathy. Sharon, 100 for Cheryl.
100 for Cheryl.
Does anybody want to compete? It can go into competition. It's a beautiful Tara statue. Beautiful. Get this woman a chair. Does somebody else want to help her out? Do we have somebody young of body?
Hey, what's your point?
I'm just empathizing like hell over here. Okay, it's how much? 1,300 for Cheryl. It's a beautiful statue. We've got to honor it. Simone? Another 100 from Simone. Anybody online want to support Simone? Support
On
Cheryl.
the broadcast team.
Cheryl. Broadcaster.
Janet, 50
Thank
from
you.
Janet. Dent. Alan, how much? 50 from Alan. Barbara. You wait till the last goodies. The prices start going down. Watch out.
Oh.
Teresa. Anybody else? Online? Anybody?
Aaron.
Karen, 200. Karen KK, okay.
Thank you.
Barbara. Kate, 64
Oh,
for
nice.
Cheryl. From 54, 54 from Kate.
Kate. Nice. You online people, she's one of the broadcasters that keeps us going. Really, really, really.
How much are we at? 24 from Wendy.
Thank you.
54, another,
Is that another 54?
and we got
Really? Wow.
yet another
I
54.
thought you were doing the mantra chain. That's why she had to burst forth and had the mantra manifested in her.
We are at 2,032 for Cheryl.
No, I'm appreciating what it did.
2,032. How much?
Thank you.
100 from Surabi.
Little love for the broadcaster.
100 from Harvey.
54 from Laurel. Oh. Where are we at?
New roll.
What?
2340. 2340. 2340. $23.40. Support for 2340. Do I hear supporting that bid, increasing the bid, moving it, moving it? Going once.
Oh.
2350.
With gusto.
Let's get it to 2,500. It's 2350. We need 150. 50, 2,400.
Oh, Kwang.
100 from
And
Kwang
Simone,
and 100 from Simone. We're backing into it. Where are we now? Where are we?
Kwang, Harvey?
Yes. We had 27.
Yes.
We're at 26. 26. 26. How much? 100 from Joanne. 2,700. 2,700.
100 from Anne.
100 from Anne. 2,800. 2,800. Teresa, 100.
Yay, thank you.
2,900. 2,900. One more 100 to go. One more.
10 people, $10?
What?
Nope.
Janine gives
Oh,
25. Astrid gives
you.
25.
2 more 25s? Thank you.
Dan gives 25. Petra gives 25. Tri-spoke Vajra. Okay, 3,000. All right, and now
Last entertainment of the evening.
last
We
entertainment.
have from
We need it.
Florida,
Yay!
the ever so joyful Anne and Reed.
Dynamic duo par excellence. Yay, we've been waiting for this all evening. All year. Wow. Do you need this microphone? No, you need the microphone too. If you don't have to move a lot, you can have that.
Here?
Go very far.
Okay, no, we gotta move. We gotta. Okay, you use this one and I'll use that one. So, no, you put this one on.
You want, oh.
This will be
Really?
easier for you, yeah.
So you need to move the bed over, and then it has to be the cushion.
No, it's gonna
first.
go bowl.
Oh, bowl,
You'll be fine.
cushion. Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
Put that in your pocket.
Oh. All right. So is it on?
Hello?
Am I on?
You're on.
So we were hoping that we would be able to do this directly after the champagne. So try and recall your boozy state.
Wait, tell them the other thing. Tell them the other thing.
So in this, what was the other thing? Oh, in the spirit of non-dual reality, we're going from the sublime to the ridiculous. So enjoy with a non-discriminative mind.
We call this Great Literary Tales, the Dzogchen Way.
Tale 1, Yeshe Tsogyal and the 3 Bears. Who's been eating out of my bowl?
You have.
Who's been sitting on my seat?
You have.
Who's sleeping in my bed?
You are.
And that, my friends, is bare reality.
Our next tale is
Yeshe Tsogyal and Juliet.
Yeshe Tsogyal. Yeshe Tsogyal. Wherefore art thou, Yeshe Tsogyal?
Just look in the mirror.
Face known. Refuge. Mind awakes. And our last tale is
Tale 3, Yeshe Tsogyal and Oliver Twist. Please, miss, can I have a bit more?
Of course. Have another heaping of tigle. And another, and another, and another, and another, and another, and another. The end.
appreciating our talent. And how would we like to appreciate this wonderful contribution from the state of Florida? Carol, 108. Laurel, 108. Neil, 108. Astrid, how much? 50. 54, Wendy Fillmore. Simon, 54. Sharon, 108. Surabi, 108. Harvey, 108. 20 more from Laurel. By what? He's adding 30 to his. Anybody else want to appreciate? 54 from Teresa. KK, 108. Thank you, KK. 108 from Joanne. Barbara, 50. Fatana, 54. 108 from Anne. Where did Anne go? Oh, she's on the. Oh, she went to the mantra chain already. Wow.
And from the ridiculous back to the sublime.
Laurel.
You had another 25 on the mind?
Okay, Laurel. Anybody else more? Supporting Anne and Janine. Going once. Anne and Janine. They're competing with one another. Neil.
Good old sibling rivalry.
Yeah, never ends.
One of us ran the washer and dryer last night.
Bob. 50 from the mantra chain, Jennifer. Okay, anybody for Anne and Janine? Anybody else? And how much did it come to? Okay, so our last concluding, there I was meditating on Vajrasattva. And probably, if truth be told, also worried about Dawn Mountain. And also, if truth be told, contemplating our auction. And it just came to me. Where did he go? Oh, you got him. So, Avalokiteshvara has 1,000 arms. And as a fundraising idea, we could auction off each one of his arms for $10. And if we auctioned all of his arms off, that would be $10,000. That's a very beautiful amount.
Harvey walked out of his meditation, he said, I've had a revelation. I could tell before he even said anything. He was just, I've got it, he said.
So here's the deal. You can buy one arm, ransom one arm of Avalokiteshvara's 1,000 arms for $10. Everybody can participate. And the way we're going to do it is if you want 1 to 9 arms, that's going to be the first group. Claire's cracking up. 1 to 9 arms. You will put up the number of fingers you want, of arms you want. Our administrators will take down that information. If you want 10 arms, that will be $100. 10 times 10 is $100. We will have time to those who would like 10 arms. We will do 20 arms. That would be $200. We will do 50 arms. That will be $500. We will do 111 arms, which is the number of beads on a good mala. That would be $1,110. I would like a minimum of 10 111 arm bids, if possible. If possible, I'd like a minimum. If I could get 30, and there are barely 30 people left around here, if I could get 30, I would be blitzed out. But if we had 10 110 arm people, donors, but that will come towards the end. You following? We're going to do this in order, and we'll be collecting bids, offers as people.
And then what happens to this beautiful
Then, what? Wait. So what's going to happen, part of the vision, part of the tell, the dynamic display, we're going to have to find somebody in the community who does calligraphy. And I'm going to get all the names, you're going to have to track this, all the names of people who donated, and we'll have somebody do it very nice on some nice paper, calligraphy the names, and then we'll put it into a nice packet, and then I'm going to have to find somebody who knows how to sew, and is very, very kind of domestic in a certain way. And we will sew the names in an envelope in the back, and this will be something cloth. It will be in perpetuity at Dawn Mountain, and it will be earning merit for all of us who donate forever. And it will be a very, very wonderful, supportive way for all of us to move forward with Dawn Mountain into the future.
5 arms.
So, don't jump too quickly. So the first thing we're going to do is for those who want to donate from 1 to 9 arms, you can either raise your fingers, how many arms you want, if you want. So let's take it down. And who do we have working the... Slow down. Hold your fingers up and just... Nancy's got one finger up. Keep your hands up. If you want a full 10, that's going to be in the next round. 9 will be in this round.
Is that 8, Mark?
No, it's 3.
7.
Yeah. So
Keep your fingers up, please. We would love to have everybody contribute to this project. At least one finger. What? You mean for the sake of somebody else? Yeah, lovely idea. So if you want, you could, of course, do it for the sake of somebody, like in perpetuity. So as we're doing these single finger things, if you have somebody who's you would like to dedicate to the memory of or to the welfare of, just let us hear the name associated with the fingers. We need the names. Wyatt and Everett.
mine are for Lila and Henry, the 2
Dent had 2 fingers up. Some other people want specific. Wendy has 9. Anybody whose fingers we didn't catch? Claire. Yeah. Is it for your aunt, Claire?
It's for my mom.
For your mom. Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Karen Villarreal.
Okay, so 2 for Karen Villarreal and 2 for Claire Villarreal. Okay, slow down. Sadie. One finger. All right, anybody else? Any single digits? 1 through 9.
Add one more for Kim Stevens.
TIM. TIM. Okay. One for Lola. Okay, so are we through with all the single 1 through 9s? Barbara's got more. Wait, slow down. Say again, Barbara. Two for, say again slowly, Barbara.
Right.
Spell that, please. From Ken, okay. Okay, are we good on the singles 1 to 9? Okay, 10 fingers. If you're interested in 10 arms, I'm sorry, we just need to see a hand raised or let us know. That would be $100. Louise, Kathy, Chris, and Kwong. Do we have anybody online who would like to do $100 would be 10 arms. Laurel? Okay, so you can put Laurel's in for 20. 10 arms, going once, going twice. Okay, we're there. 20 arms would be $200. Anybody want 20 arms? Okay. Anybody else want 20 arms? Anybody want 50 arms? That's $500. 50 arms. Simone, Sharon, KK. Okay, 50 arms for those three. Anybody else? I have 30 arms. Okay, who is that? 30 arms is Surabi. Surabi, okay. Okay. Karen and Scott Burr. 10 arms. You can give names later, okay.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do.
Okay, any further 50 arms, which would be $500. Okay.
I'm practical here.
We're a long way from 1,000, I know that much. So how many do we have?
74.
We have 374 arms, and Avalokiteshvar's got 1,000. So I am starting with 111 arms. Do I have some other people who would like to do 111 arms? Don, Anne, Steve, that's 4. Sharon, you're replacing. Alan, no. Alan, how many of those were those? Got 6. Come on, gang. I need 4 more.
I'll do 111 arms.
Okay, Carolyn's 111 arms. I need 3 more. Then we can go eat. 6 50s or, well, 3 111s. It's $1,110. Anybody online game for 111 arms? Three people to do 111 more arms. Or we can do some combination thereof. Anybody? Anybody? Who's I? Joanne will do 111 arms. That leaves us 2 more, or 4 people at 55 or whatever. 55 and a half arms. Yeah. So how many more do we need? 2 more. 2 more. She could do 11, then we would need 100. You're replacing your 5. You can do 100
Jennifer. Jennifer's doing 55.
Jennifer. So where does that leave us? And Kwang, what are you doing?
Right.
Finish it off, whatever?
111, right, that was one. And and Simone was replacing her 50 with the 111.
So you were replacing your 50 with 111. Of course, then we don't quite get to the.
That's,
well,
that's 10 there.
10. So
But
that's.
then we got another 55 there, another 20, 30.
Well, 10 will be 100,000, right? 10 will be 1,000. Yeah.
Okay.
Cheryl, how much are you giving? 20. Okay. Do we have 10 111s?
Yes,
We do? Oh.
Yes.
Harvey, Ann, Don, Steve, Sharon, Alan, Carolyn, Joanne, Kwang. That's 9. Is that 9?
Simone.
1, 2, 3. That's 1,000.
All right, we need one more.
Harvey, Ann, Don, Steve, Sharon, Alan, Carolyn, Joanne, Simone. We need one more. 111 arms. It can be split. She'll do 1 arm. Then we need 110 arms. Help me out here. I need 110 arms.
Wendy Fillmore.
Wendy, how much? How much? Wendy's putting in 111? Wendy's putting in 111? Mama. Okay. We did it, team.
Thank you, everyone.
Simone has organized a beautiful, but we need to dedicate and then we'll go eat. What? What?
That closes at 7.
Oh yeah. The online, The silent auction, and what about the online auction? Is the online auction is over when? Online auction is over. The silent auction is over at 7 here. And let us dedicate.
Can we all take a picture while we dedicate?
Oh, yes, a picture. We need a picture. Don, where's Don?
Right here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We made our mark. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Online folks, if you would show your faces, you'll be in our picture too. Thank you.
Yes, online people.
Will you let us bid on wearing the best in the photo? Will you let us bid on wearing your best in the photo?
Let us bid on wearing Harvey's stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Who's going to wear it to you? Gary, you want to wear it?
I said we need to bid on it.
You can run that bid.
Very ground. Here. It's too tall. Lay down here.
Actually.
Now, how's he gonna get his Zen on before he gets over here?
Lie down.
Lay down.
They're either slow or better. It's that time.
Keep smiling.
It's not on 10, I think it's on 2.
Keep smiling.
Oh. Thank you for doing this, Dawn. It's not easy.
I'll take the other one.
We're going to do a yard bomb.
At least you're getting everybody smiling.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, it's set for the timers.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Three. There, he already took one with me. Yeah, that was the first one, right?
Oh. Call there, huh?
Hey, man. I challenge you to beat it. It was good. Did you even get your hand in?
Manipulation. Yeah, well, there's always a way, you know. You need to be flexible.
Fill God's space with your activities. Swasti, flawless refuge, sources give blessings. Teacher, protector, kind Dharma Lord. Jurme Tukten so wondrous good. Lotus feet ever, deeds everywhere. Swasti. The truth power, beauty, pardons, Fukushi, Merwa, whose way, ever, deeds everywhere. Rightsome and kind son, now that your work here has subsided, we sing of our pains and suffering. We pray you quickly take form again. See, and in heart be like the waxing moon. May your life and merit flourish grow through the threefold skillful pundit's deeds. With long benefiting all you need. By the true power of two Vajra truths, 3 jewels, 3 roots, Buddha's compassion, faithful Sangha and aspiration, may this prayer be realized at once. The great fine new temple, great seat for all high practice learning, which having spread in all directions, male and female yogis everywhere, practice and further the